Could you please call roll?
Karen Wiederstein.
Here.
Kendra Baldridge.
Here.
Todd Hudson.
Here.
Alright, if everyone could please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we'll try to talk up, raise our voices tonight, not because we're yelling at everybody, but because we're still having technical difficulties from the storms a few weeks ago. We'll move on to approving tonight's agenda. Council, any questions about tonight's agenda? Matt, do we need an executive session?
We do not. I may also point out that on the consent agenda, you have an updated agenda with an additional item on there I made you all aware of, which is the opioid settlement participation, similar to the other. I think we've done 2 of them in the past. Just get our name, our hat in the ring for any distributions that may come out of it.
Can you remind me how much have we gotten from that in the past? I know don't we usually use that money for
About,
movies in the
I
park
don't
and
know
stuff?
exactly, but about $10,000.
Okay.
Yeah, it's used for all community policing activities through the police department. Chief may have a better number.
So, the first year here, I believe we had 4,500 in the account. Last year, we got a few thousand more, and then this is a new settlement here that's about to open back up. So, I would say the estimate, including this settlement, would be around 10,000 or so.
Awesome. I'd just like to have some numbers. Thanks. Appreciate it. Council, any other questions about tonight's agenda? If not, I would entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the agenda as stated, except removing the executive session item number 11.
I have a second.
Second.
I have a motion by Karen, second by Todd. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries 3-0. Moving on to approving tonight's consent agenda. Council, any questions about tonight's consent agenda? If not, I would entertain a motion.
I move we approve the consent agenda as written.
Second. I have a motion by Todd, second by Kendra. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries 3-0. Moving on to the communication section. Kechi civic groups or committees. Do we have any civic groups or committees here to speak this evening? Seeing none. Move on to Kechi Good News. I'll let my fellow council members talk about Kechi Good News first if they have any.
Just an update, Matt Brewer had his surgery on Thursday and everything went really well. They were able to make it home Sunday, which was much sooner than expected. And he's got a long road ahead, but they really appreciate your thoughts and prayers. So it went well.
Awesome. Well, we're really glad and we can't wait to have him back. So thank you so much for that. Any other Kechi Good News from council? Staff, do you have any before I get started?
Okay.
Okay. Well, I want to recognize Councilmember Baldridge. She was named one of the Next Gen Under 30 recipients for 2025. She'll be able to have the opportunity to go to Topeka and meet with electeds and other recipients who won the award this year. And then at a separate time, they'll do a second ceremony where she'll be able to receive her actual award, which is a similar process to what I participated in last year when I was one of the recipients. So very exciting, and we're really proud of you, proud of her. So congratulations on that.
Congratulations.
So we had our 61st and Oliver ribbon cutting. That went great. Pretty much all the council members were able to attend. We were able to have a pretty good turnout, and I again want to thank Public Works, city staff, everybody who was involved in the project throughout, police for helping maintain everything. Really, everybody did a great job and coordinated well. So thank you all for that. Last one for me, vote. Voting has started for Best of Wichita. So multiple Kechi businesses are a part of this. The ones that I found that I've been voting for are the Florist of the Year, which Bloomerang, nonprofit Bridget's Cradle, Beer Selection, Old School Tap House, and Kechi Playhouse for live theater. So let's go support them. I believe voting ends September 8th. So head over there. You can vote once a day per device. Just friendly reminder. Per device.
Many do I have now? So.
Yes, per device. And that's my Kechi Good News. move on to public comment. Debbie, do we have any public comment?
Cheryl Hobson.
Oh. And I have my timer today, so you're good to go.
Okay, good. Cheryl Hobson, 622 North Shawnee Circle here in Kechi. So, a couple of things. The first is the intersection. I think it's great. Thank you very much, everybody. I didn't realize how much I missed that intersection until, like at, 6 o'clock. No, it's like 5:45 in the morning and I'm going to work, right? Then I really realized how much I really appreciated that intersection. Even coming home, it dawned on me, what was it, last week, that, it's like maybe we can still do something for the middle, or maybe something around it, or something like, and what I was thinking is like a contest for maybe a local artist or something, that we could do. I don't know if they make any kind of paint or anything that you could, that stays. I mean, for like maybe we could do the turtle or something, that maybe it wouldn't cost that much, or something Kechi-ish, to really kind of jazz it up. I don't know, think about it. Something that we can get the community involved for, something. Anyway, and then the other thing I had was, I looked at, glanced through what we put, the budget that was up there, and so there was just a few things I was looking through that it just didn't quite make sense to me. Maybe it was because I was looking at it too fast. Maybe there was, I don't know. But I just take another glance at it. Just as far as due diligence, right? Especially take another glance at it from the business, another, because there was just a few things to me that just didn't quite, just another set of eyes, just to make sure that it all pans out. Because something to me just was like a little off, and that's all. But other than that, it looks great out there. I think it's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other? Okay, we'll go ahead and close public comment for the evening. Moving on to new business, resolution of intent to issue IRBs, Sealstone Properties LLC. Matt.
Mayor and Council, this resolution of intent is for Sealstone Properties, a new business that's going to be built in the industrial park on the west side of Meter Engineering. This is the first step in the process. We are not issuing any tax incentives at this time. It starts the process and allows them to get their sales tax exemption. The property tax abatement part will come back to you at a later date, probably September, once we have the cost benefit analysis finalized and all the documents from legal drawn up.
Council, any questions about this? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just to be clear, the sales tax exemption is for purchasing materials, furnishings, and equipment for the project. Just to be clear.
Correct.
That is
And
correct.
that's in the document.
That is correct. So they will be able to utilize the sales tax exemption on construction materials and any equipment, personal property they buy for the project. As soon as the project is done, it's not something that continues forever. When they start buying things for their business or they have to replace a piece of equipment 2 years down the road, that exemption's not gonna be there. It's only for the original constructed project.
And this is not, does not impact our budget, does not have anything to do with funds coming out of us.
There are no funds coming out of this,
Of the
city
city.
funds for it now.
Okay, just to be clear. Thank you.
Any further questions, council?
What type of business?
So Seal Lab is and Andrew, you can maybe help me, but
Yeah.
they showed us what it is. It's a proprietary system that they designed to make spring-loaded seals. So anything from maybe the size of a dime to feet in diameter for industrial type applications like hydraulic systems and different things like that.
And it's being, the business is Brad Young and some of his business partners, so that's why it's gonna be right next door to Meter Engineers on that adjacent property.
Are they relocating to us or?
Yeah, it's currently in Bel Air in a small storefront where they did their startup, and it's grown to the point where they need a big facility to start manufacturing these things.
On large scale, yep.
Excellent.
Any other questions, council? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion.
I move we approve the resolution of intent to issue internal revenue bonds for the purpose of purchasing, acquiring, construction, and equipping a commercial facility in Kechi for Sealstone Properties LLC in an amount not to exceed $3.5 million.
Second?
I have a motion by Todd, a second by Karen. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries 3-0.
And I will add that when we get to the next part of this process, Brad Young will be here to answer any questions you have and tell you all about his business. He likes to talk about it. It's a neat business.
That's good.
Well, we'd love to hear about it, yeah.
We like when people are excited about their business.
Yes.
All right, moving on to old business, Kechi fee schedule. Matt?
Mayor and council, this is being brought back to you after discussion at the last council meeting about the several of the fees in here, specifically the contractor licensing fees. Councilmember Hedstrom had some questions about it. He and I met and went over these. Staff took it back to the table and readjusted some of the fees, specifically what you see in your agenda item there. Changed the contractor license from a 3-year license to a 2-year license, and then adjusted the fees accordingly, depending on the license. Those adjustments were made to be competitive with our neighbors and make it a little more affordable for specifically Class C type licenses. And Todd, do you want to add anything to that?
I think Thomas had some good ideas on the subcontractors and things. We were able to talk through that with him. And I think it's more in line with what MABCB is doing.
Yes.
And what the rest of the county is. There's a few outliers, but I think this is more the standard.
Yeah, Bel Air has 1-year licenses. Everybody else pretty much has 2-year licenses. So we were kind of the black sheep with the 3-year license. So we're pretty consistent with everybody else. Other than that, there are no changes to the fee schedule.
I just want to bring back up the community room.
Yeah.
I feel all of those are sufficient. I really want to have a pretty good conversation about that, about.
Yeah, we will. And like I talked about at the last meeting, we have a better system of tracking who rents it now. We added an address blank on our application so we can more easily see who is from in town and who is from out of town. So.
Any further discussion, council, on fee schedule or fee? Yes, fee schedules and fees. If not, I would entertain a motion.
I move that we approve resolutions 25-789, establishing certain fees and charges authorized by city code, authorizing the mayor to sign.
Do I have a second? Second. I have a motion by Karen, second by Kendra. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries 3-0. Moving on to council reports. Does any other council member have a report before I give mine?
Oh, I have report.
I would love to hear it.
All right, so the park board had a meeting last night to specifically discuss the playground equipment, and selected a vendor for, replacing the playground equipment that we currently have. And the vendor is a company called Play by Design. It is a company that will do more custom type playground equipment. So the playground we have will be totally different than somebody else. And I'm pretty excited to see how that all comes about. Now we're going into the planning stages of how we'll make that happen. Very, very exciting to see. More to come, more to come. And then just a couple of quick notes. I talked to Matt Ginsby, City Administrator Matt Ginsby, about the new lights on 61st and Oliver. Seemed to be a little bit interesting with the way the flagpoles were hanging. That was an error from long ago when they were originally ordered. And I think you found some black straps so that we can turn them around the correct way and they'll be black matching the poles.
You know, we had talked about the idea of if we painted them, if the paint would flake off, they do make a black stainless that if we can find the right size, I think would be a good solution for it. So.
Yeah, yeah. Because to take them down and replace them would be astronomical
Yeah.
cost.
It would be a change order on the city and we would have to pay for that change order, so.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
flipping those brackets around was our solution to get the flags on the right side. We understand that, you know, it's not like a brand new pole, there are those straps there, but we can work around it and
I think
find
it'll
a better
blend and
solution.
it
Yeah.
should be fine, so. Most people are probably never going to notice it. The other comment I have is, City Administrator Matt Ginsby and I have been in several conversations regarding the budget, so, just going forward, I feel like, you know, we're on the right track, so. Very good work by Matt Long, we really appreciate his expertise.
Any other council members?
I actually have a question.
Mhm.
Don't we need a vote on park board things, like items like that?
Yeah, so Karen, don't let me step on your toes, but
I
no,
probably failed to mention that.
no,
We probably
they
ought to
will
have that
bring a
for-
recommendation back to the city council. This meeting just selected the vendor that the
They
board and
want.
staff will work with to develop the final plan, which will be brought back to council
Okay.
for approval.
Right.
Yes, you're correct.
Before any expenditures or,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes,
So-
yeah. Park board
Yeah.
doesn't, they're just an advisory board. They don't have authority to do any of that, so they'll have to come to council.
So I guess I also have a question, what timeline are we looking at?
I am very hopeful it will be spring, early summer. I am hopeful.
Like start project
Finish.
or finish, okay. We better
That-
hope there's
that's
not a
my
lot of snow
hope.
this
I-
year.
Don't write that.
I was worried for
Don't
a second,
write
you were
that
telling me
down.
that's when it would come to council.
Yeah, don't write that down. I think it will.
Reddit budget night, we're doing this.
I think we'll be
I'm
hearing
kidding.
more, you will start having, motions made, hopefully in the next couple of months. Very, very soon, so, yes, we wanna move this forward quickly. I think it's a very high quality company. I was very impressed with everything I saw, the warranty, all the information I saw, it was very, very good. They've been very responsive. I think there are a couple of parks around in the area that they've built for, so. Yeah, and they build all over the world, I guess, so.
And they do the groundwork too, like getting rid of the rocks and stuff like that, or do we have to do that ourselves?
I think that would be a conversation we'll have to see
Yeah.
where we wanna go with that, because it may be beneficial for us to do it ourselves. It may not be.
To get
I don't
rid
know
of the
yet.
Yeah.
rocks and then make it ADA
There's-
compliant?
There's
It
the
will be 100%.
possibility of having cost-saving things that can be
Mhm.
done by the city,
Right.
Yeah,
but I don't wanna speak for our department heads who would be involved in that, so we want them involved in the conversation as
Right.
well. Yeah.
100%, I just
Yeah.
didn't
Before
know
we
if that was part of the
obligate
conversation
them
for
to-
this.
It will be a joint conversation with
Okay.
our department heads,
Yeah.
because we can't commit them,
Correct.
to work that they're not available for, so. But we'll just have to see how that goes,
I think it'll be a good end product, though.
yeah.
Awesome, okay, now, anybody else, any other council member have?
I just-
No, and you're fine, I obviously went to the ribbon cutting ceremony on 61st and Oliver and gave an address. That was on 8/15. On 8/26, I went to the Federal Forum for Senator Roger Marshall. I was there as REAP chair, but also as a member of the city. He discussed tariffs, healthcare, Medicare, Medicaid, housing, immigration, border safety, and different bills that they worked on. Today, on 8/28, I did attend as well the Federal Forum for Congressman Ron Estes. He also discussed bills, different funding, and how they've reduced or reallocated funds. Both were very well attended, and the Wichita Chamber of Commerce hosted both. Seemed to go really well, and people seem to really enjoy it. So, items I worked on, I talked with Matt about the budget, just like all the rest of us, discussed public safety, groups that we've been in, Facebook posts, intersection projects, discussions, and then my last two items, announcements. Make sure you go to the Kechi Playhouse. I mean, they've got those new parking spaces. Let's fill them up. They were filled up the other day, so that was pretty great. This is the last weekend for Much to Do About Nothing, and so go check them out. Also, the Kechi Farmers Market is every Thursday from 4 to 6:30 p.m. If you're interested in being a vendor, contact the Kechi Chamber of Commerce. All right, that's all we have for council reports. Staff reports.
Mayor and council, our Public Works Director is on vacation this week. He submitted his report. Yeah, you should have it there at your desk. Look through it. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer any that I can or get you the answers for them. But they have been plenty busy. Mowing, the rain has kept them busy mowing and trimming, and now that the road's open, they can get through a little easier than driving through the neighborhood, so I know they're thankful for that. They've done some concrete work up here at City Hall and around this City Hall campus to repair some stuff. And they had the gas audit that they were busy with about 3 days. Chris was involved in that too. The results of that came out very good. There was only one minor compliance issue that was found, and it's a compliance audit, so we just tell them how we're gonna fix it and be done with it. So, very good.
Yep.
So they also cemented a lot of the berm rocks.
They have been
back up
working
there.
on that as they can as
Yeah.
well. Yeah,
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty well done, if not
Good.
complete.
good.
Now we just need people to not chisel at it.
Yeah, please don't climb up there.
All right, police.
Apologize on the blue jeans tonight. I've been on the road back to Kansas City with continuing training up there. Trying to get through command school for this year, and have to be up there a couple days a month to round that out. So, as we're all aware, we had the large bust at the CBD warehouse. We'll lead off with that. Just to kind of give you an idea of what we had. I thought about bringing some of the evidence in here, but it would make this place smell like a skunk. Right around 100 kilos of raw marijuana product was seized out of that shop. Right now we've got evidence of distribution of their own product, not just CBD warehouse, but their own labels and their own shipping, which lies 500 feet from a school in Kechi. So, as we know, the state law on that is 1,000 feet. There's a violation there. So, next week I've got a meeting with the DA's office. We're going to discuss the different charging routes that we're going to take on that and continue to pursue that particular case. With that said, we last night I was woken up about 10:30, 11 o'clock by our officer that was on duty. He stopped a car out here off of Woodlawn, seized 3 firearms, one of which was stolen, clear felony warrant out of that vehicle, as well as narcotics. And I think there were 4 young adults in that vehicle at that time. So we're diligent. We're doing what we're doing, and it's working. Which brings me to the rapid collapse in suspected narcotic housing. We've had a couple houses that up and moved out overnight, just disappeared. Ones that we were watching, ones that we knew things were happening in. We were just waiting on enough probable cause to get the search warrants. They folded overnight, which tells us exactly what they were doing. we've been able to stay in touch with certain agencies and know where they're headed and what their operations are. There's some other houses that are in the process of folding up. So again, you know, the work that our officers are doing is paying off, and we're making the moves that need to be made. Lieutenant Kevin Salisbury could not be here. He filled the role from Lieutenant Smith. So a great hand. He's actually finishing up his FBI trilogy this week. He went out last night on the call. When I got the phone call, I called him. He came out to the scene and supervised the arrest of 3 individuals and kind of handled that. Been a late night for him, and he's got to be back in class tomorrow morning to finish up the deal. So next council meeting that we have and do a report, he'll be present, and we'll do an introduction there. But background in Army CID Criminal Investigations Division. He did some stuff overseas in the Criminal Investigations Division, as well as some protective details here around Kansas. Former detective for Andover Police Department, which is when I first met him and have worked alongside him. He was my deputy chief in Benton when I left there. He did not come over here with me due to the position already being filled, but when that opportunity arose, he promptly jumped on it to come back over here and help build our agency. So he'll be a great asset, fantastic guy, very smart. I think we're heading in the right direction there. To top it off, calls for service. We're right now, at least as of 4 days ago, we were 2,098 calls for service from 1,362 that was reported in June. That's 736 calls for service in the last 60 days, an average approximate of 12 calls for service per day. Disclaimer on that, so there's no misinformation. Calls for service is for all calls, including officer-initiated calls. It is a number used for productivity, and it is not 911 phone calls to dispatch. So,
Not just.
Well, yeah.
not just, correct, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all inclusive. That's everything
So
that we,
911 or
Self
self.
Yep.
So a police officer,
stopping.
Yep.
stop,
yeah,
stops.
traffic stops,
Whatever.
pedestrian stops, anything we would do. So, yes.
So the 2,098 is from starting January 1st of 2025,
But this year, yes, ma'am.
this year,
Uh-huh.
okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Any questions?
Next movie in the park.
September 5. September 5. Yep. So,
Why do you have to do that to me?
what?
I'm at Disney. I told you that. You picked the one week.
Oh, that's so heartbreaking. Yeah,
It is.
you're missing a movie in the park for Disney.
I
okay?
know.
I'll take, we'll show a Disney movie in your honor. Will that work?
That's not fair.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Planning, zoning, stormwater, code enforcement, IT, stuff that Dustin does.
Zoning, we currently have 5 planning commissioners, 2 empty seats. Nothing is scheduled for October, but for September, but October is looking to be pretty full. IT-wise, new computers came in and have been set up. One of the older computers in PD, but it's still under warranty, has flaked out on them. Trying to get Dell Warranty to work on it, but it is through China, so I'm getting it moved from China to the United States, so that way they can work on it. Talked with the chief, and he would rather just have it replaced, so we're gonna go that route. I'm gonna order it tomorrow. Chris needs a new computer. I'm gonna order hers tomorrow as well. Talking with our vendor, Relevant Audio and Visual, they're gonna be out next week, hopefully next week, to look at our system in here. Hopefully it'll get fixed, and they won't be out here forever. Stormwater, looking at adopting the new manual at the end of September. Code enforcement, the number of complaints have tapered down a little bit, as expected. And then I did have to send out mowing crews to 2 different houses this month. They were mowed, they look a lot better. They do need to be checked on again to make sure that they're still in compliance. Any questions for me?
Changes to the stormwater manual,
The one that we adopted last year expired.
okay.
So we just need to get a new one adopted to replace it.
Is this the same one that Sedgwick County adopts? Is it just like kind of a Sedgwick County wide one that we all?
Yeah,
fairly
theirs
similar
was
adopt?
theirs was getting ready to expire as well. we adopted theirs so we could get the correct points for 2024. We need to replace it, so. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Administration.
I don't have a lot more to add. The lights, the decorative lights at the intersection are now on. There was a little bit of delay in that. Westar had to relocate their box as part of the project. I mean, I'm old school, sorry.
My bad.
And it just took some time to get that readdressed and go through all their paperwork to get it turned on, but they got it turned on, the lights are on, and there'll be some minor adjustments with the lights and at the intersection, still some punch list things that need to be done, but overall the intersection is pretty much in its complete state. City guys have been out there chopping down some of the weeds that are growing faster than the grass. Hopefully this rain will help the grass pop up. I noticed some of it is coming up, so that's a good thing. We are going to replace the stop signs at the intersection. The old stop signs were taken down and put back up. New poles, same signs. We're gonna go with the LED signs. Since we no longer have the red flashing light, we're gonna go with the LED flashing signs to add a little bit of safety to the intersection there, so.
Those be solar powered?
They are, yeah, solar power, yep. Had nothing but good things to say about the intersection, so people are glad that it's open. Local businesses, specifically Carve, are thrilled that it's open. They can get people in and out and just had a good response to it, so.
Talked to the manager at Jumpstart, and he said the business is up quite a bit.
I'm sure it is,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure it is, yeah. Yeah, it's a nice intersection.
Anything further?
Just, as always, thank my staff for everything they're doing. I guess I should ask Debbie and Chris if they have anything to add. They're the ones that kind of run the show up here.
They're so good at it too.
They are,
That was not
yeah, I just
sarcasm,
tried to
guys.
say
Don't
that
laugh
was
at me
right.
like when I say that.
Do
You guys
have
are
anything to
amazing,
add?
we know that, so.
I don't think so.
No.
Can I pick my color?
Can I pick my color?
Yes.
It's gotta be white.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, now she's happy, so we're all good.
That's all I have.
Would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
I have a motion by Kendra, second by Karen. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries 3-0. We are adjourned.